Yo, reference getters, welcome back. Today, we are tier listing, or rather, ranking every mainline Pokemon game from worst to best. So I did this a while back on the main channel, a year ago, and let's just say, things were different back then, but today, we are going to look at rank the games critically, of course, in a modern perspective, to see, hey, what's good, what's not. Because at the end of the day, right, you can argue with somebody's opinion, but facts, but you can't argue with that. So one note. Some games will be interchangeable. That means they have a relatively same score range, and you can really just switch them out if you feel like it. That's about it. Starting us off at the number 20th game, the worst one since Scarlet and Violet's not out yet to make this top 21. Best game, or worst rather, is Pokemon Yellow. Take Red and Blue, you make the level curve worse, you force the players into a starter that can literally do nothing against the first gym side, make you not have a good time. That's what Yellow does. It's a fucking Gen 1 game. Obviously, it's not going to age too well. And again, this is the whole modern perspective thing. We're not going to put the game on a pedestal just because it's old, alright? Which, speaking of games that are old, we have 3 games next that are on an interchangeable scale. Gold and Silver at number 19, Crystal at 18, and Red and Blue at 17. These are interchangeable, change them as you wish. Gold and Silver are some immensely flawed games from top to bottom. Good God, it is not good. And then you took Crystal, right? They added a little bit of stuff, right? Just a little bit, but it wasn't anything meaningful to the game. The most meaningful changes were like the fucking move tutors or the new Pokemons, like the stones you can get. Like, that's it. Like, it's so insulting. That's basically the exact same game, but again, in a way that's just not okay. And Red and Blue is, well, it's fucking Red and Blue, alright? That's it. It's not as flawed as the Johto games are, but it's so fucking close, let's be real. They're all kind of rough. Alright, next, guys. Wow, we've covered 4 Kanto games so far. I wonder which one's next. Diamond and Pearl at number 16. Oh, Diamond and Pearl, buddy, where did you go wrong? There is so much wrong with Diamond and Pearl. The Pokemon selection sucks, the gym leaders are not great. Listen, the games did a lot good for mechanically and shit, right? The music's good on average. The gameplay's fine when you're not getting dragged down by actually playing through the game. That is just the worst part of the entire experience, is actually playing through it. Otherwise, it's yeah, it's fine. It's Gen 4, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but yikes. The amount of praise people give this shit is just unfathomable. So the next one at number 15 is going to be Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Yikes, man. Motion control game above 5 entire other games. You didn't put it at number 20. This man is not credible. That's what you say, but when you realize that, oh wait, Let's Go is just kind of fine with motion controls. That's it. Yeah, the game has a bit of issues when it comes to a lot, let's be honest. The flaws are nowhere near as deep as these games. You got one big one and then a lot of other smaller ones, but those ones got big across the board multiple times. Okay, next we have oh great, I can't wait to piss everyone off who watch this now. Number 14 is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Oh nah, dude. This game has only proceeded to age poorly since release. This shit has no replayability. They progression gate the fuck out of you. There's basically no trainers to fight, so you're essentially building a team for barely anything in the game. There's no thought that goes into it. There's no items or abilities, so again, Let's Go, there's a lot of depth from the game missing. And oh yeah, this battle system in Legends Arceus is fucking garbage. Honestly, I'm half tempted to switch them right now, but next up, this is a fun one. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It only has 2 games between it and Diamond and Pearl. Disgusting. Again, we know the drill by now. Diamond and Pearl, but with Gen 8 mechanics, it's just a little bit better. Bravo, bravo, good job. Next up, if Legends Arceus didn't get me canceled, I know this one definitely will. We have 2 interchangeable games, actually. At number 12, I'm putting Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And number 11, X and Y. Same quality bar, by the way. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it's hey, this is a lot better version of Johto. Good. Doesn't mean it's an S tier game, alright? That just means it's not yikes. Having Gen 4's battle mechanics is fucking lovely for Heart Gold Soul Silver. The level curve got some good adjustments, and then it's oh hey, Red, by the way. Have fun. The Pokedex selection is still super annoying because it's fucking Johto. The game still has a lot of unnecessary bloat, but it is what it is. X and Y, on the other hand, it's hey, you can actually play through this game at a reasonable pace and beat it pretty fucking easily with basically nothing bad going on at all. It's honestly kind of insane just how laid back X and Y actually are. But X and Y gives you so much team building freedom, it's not even funny. Overall, the quality experience is they're both extremely muddy, they're interchangeable, switch them as you please. Next up, 2 more interchangeable games with one another. Number 10, I'm putting Sword and Shield, since, it has DLC and sometimes it doesn't. And I'm putting Ruby and Sapphire at number 9. Sword and Shield is just X and Y, but a little bit better. Again, pretty much everything wrong with X and Y applies to Sword and Shield, just across the board. Switch Mega Evolution with Dynamax, and congrats. You have the same problem. The game's still piss baby easy. It's really just a complete and utter joke. Team building's always at an all-time peak as usual. DLC to play more with the game. All that fun shenanigans. The game is just not blatantly tedious. It's just like, oh hey, I didn't get what I want, so game bad. Ruby and Sapphire on the other hand, it's fucking Ruby and Sapphire, man. It's just all around a good time. It's simple, nice, Gen 3, Hoenn, all that fun stuff. Good Pokemon variety. Gameplay is just all around pretty nice. All the fun stuff. Abilities. Hell yeah, dude. Ruby and Sapphire, it's like these two are kind of on par with each other. Ruby and Sapphire is a little lacking in stuff, and Sword and Shield's just like, hey, yeah, quality control issues. It's similar. All right, next up is a doozy. Number 8, we're putting Fire Red and Leaf Green. What's to say about Fire Red and Leaf Green that's not been said already? The big issue of Fire Red Leaf Green is the Pokedex thing. Oh, hey, you can't get all these cool guys that you thought you could. Dude. Other than that, it's like, you basically just took Red and Blue, you put it in good gameplay mechanics, and it's just like, hey, turn up, brother. And like, you got stuff like E4 round 2, that's fucking sick. You got the VS Seeker, so you can actually rebattle trainers in a healthy way, unlike Gold and Silver. Of course, game mechanics are better, fucking obviously. It's just all around a very good time. Alright, next up guys, I'm about to get called out for sinning. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Mega Evolution hurt these games. Not a good addition to the game. It makes the game balance incredibly unhealthy. Hey, get a free Mega Laddie. The whole game's insanely easy now. Good job. Get a free Primal. Game's over. Congrats. Oh, and here's Mega Rayquaza while you're at it. And then basically everything else is an improvement. Insane. As for improvements, it's like, yeah, dude, you got Gen 6 mechanics, EXP sure making the game not a chore to grind, Pokemon variety's better for some reason, you can fly to actual routes instead of having to fly to towns only, then you got the fucking Latios and Latios soaring through the sky nonsense, and there's a lot of good stuff, but like, you got that one big glaring hole dragging the game down. But the game has one other issue, post-game offering. Yeah, Delta episode, whatever, who cares, Resident Sleeper. You got the Battle Resort, like, fucking cares, dude. Like, the battle facility there's just kind of meh. You know what isn't? Emerald at number 6. Oh, we have some devious gameplay going here, boys. Emerald took Ruby and Sapphire and improved it way better than Ori's did. You like having actual content to go through, more content, post-game content, which is something Ruby and Sapphire originally just missed out on. Oh, you like having side content like fucking Battle Frontier that everybody freaks out over and then never actually plays? Hey, that's a fun one right there, man. Okay, next up, number 5, the 5th best Pokemon game, Sun and Moon. Oh, hot damn, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the thing with Sun and Moon, alright? You make the gameplay good, but then you separate it by a bunch of text. Congratulations, you have a game that plays well. Congrats. It's crazy how you just put text in front of gameplay and it's like, hey, it ain't ruined, brother. You know why it's not ruined? Because it's not getting in the way of the actual gameplay. It's just preventing you from getting there. Which means its gameplay itself isn't quite ruined. Yeah, Z moves are cringe. Who fucking cares? The post-game kind of wasn't very good. Story was neat. Gen 7 mechanics means it's not a tedious game to play through. It's actually just fun. All right, number 4. Pokemon Platinum. Imagine taking Sinnoh and then throwing out pretty much most of the things wrong with the game, and then you have Platinum. There you go. You want post-game content that's actually good? You got Platinum. Battle Frontier, Elite Four Round 2, all sorts of other fun bullshit. A Pokedex variety that's not complete and utter garbage, but is still sort of kind of annoying. But hey, it's nowhere near as bad as it was before. Fucking right here. It's got a little more Gen 4 mechanic adjustments, so that's cool too. Overall, Platinum's really fucking solid. All right, ladies and gentlemen, based on the top 2 so far for the top 5, you already know what the last 3 games are gonna be. You already know, especially when I tell you what's next at number 3. Black and White 1. You make the narrative not complete garbage, and people will complain about it for some reason. Good job. Good job. We're proud of you, Black and White. You're becoming an actual fucking game instead of being whatever subpar nonsense Pokemon's been for like 10 games before you. Gameplay's a lot better, the game's less grindy, unique selection of guys. Yeah, the game's linear, but that means it cuts out a lot of the filler. All around, Black and White is a damn fine time. Number 2 has to be Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon's what happens when you take Sun and Moon, you put it on steroids, you make some of the cutscenes a little shorter, make the story a little bit worse, massively improve the gameplay. Pokemon variety is absolutely great too. And of course, there's some decent post-game as well. Team Rainbow Rocket's pretty sick. But of course, number one, it'd be a crime if I put anything else here, which is a crime because I want to put something else there. Black and White 2. How fucking awesome. Listen, you've heard it 8 gazillion times at this point. Say it with me. Gen 5 mechanics are good. The game's not a complete grind fest. There's so many good features. You know, challenge mode, good post-game content, decently okay story follow-up. The Pokemon selection's a lot better. They essentially doubled it. Move tutors, and again, features out the wazoo. You got so much going for you in Black and White 2, it's not even funny. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is me ranking every single mainline Pokemon game from worst to best. Again, in the modern perspective, and of course looking at it critically, because apparently if we look at it based on opinions, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon's gonna get number one, and people will not stand for that. If you enjoyed the video, leave a comment or like or whatever. I'll be totally sure to read it. And yeah, that's about it. If this video gets like, I don't know, 1 view, we will do literally anything else. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.